Hello, friends. Have you ever simply blamed those little memory slips on just getting older? If you're over 60, or caring for someone who is, you've heard it a million times. But what if that familiar forgetfulness isn't always normal? I'm Dr. Masadu Kobayashi, and after 25 years, I've seen a hidden truth. Common daily pills are quietly chipping away at our precious brain power, causing memory loss often without you realizing. Today, I'll uncover 5 hidden dangers and show you practical steps to protect your mind. Plus, stay till the end for a surprising gift. Something you likely enjoy daily that might be silently destroying your brain. This knowledge is crucial for keeping your memory sharp and independence intact. Number 1. Proton pump inhibitors, PPIs. When I talk with my patients, I always start with a similar warning. Many medications we think are harmless, those little pills we grab without a second thought, can actually have devastating effects on our memory and brain function. And friends, one of the most common and perhaps most dangerous offenders out there are those proton pump inhibitors, or PPIs. You probably know them. I'm talking about meds like omeprazole, pantoprazole, or esomeprazole. Millions of people across America have them in their medicine cabinets, taking them almost like vitamins. It's just for acid reflux, they'll say. It can't do any harm, they think. But the truth, my friends, is far more serious and much quieter than we ever imagine. Let me give you a real example so this doesn't sound abstract. I know David, a man, 65 years old, who started taking omeprazole 6 years ago for his acid reflux after meals. At first, he felt such relief. He could enjoy his food without discomfort, a simple pleasure that meant a lot to him. But gradually, over the next few years, he began to notice a creeping fatigue, frequent forgetfulness, and a real struggle to concentrate. His blood tests showed low vitamin B12 levels, but his doctor at the time simply prescribed supplements without connecting it back to his acid reflux medication. You see, each pill he took was creating a nutritional deficiency that silently, subtly, deteriorated his brain function. It wasn't just old age catching up, it was a silent attacker. In David's case, we worked together. We reviewed his diet, added natural digestive support, and slowly, carefully, under strict medical guidance, we began to taper his PPI use. Within a few months, his digestion improved, but more importantly, he felt a fog lift from his mind. His energy came back, his memory improved. It was like getting a piece of his younger self back, simply by making a few informed adjustments. My friends, you don't have to be a victim of these silent side effects. With the right information, a good doctor by your side, and some sensible habits, you can protect your brain, improve your sleep, regulate your hormones, and maintain your energy, even while managing something like stomach acid. That's exactly what I aim to achieve with every single patient I see, that their mind functions at its very best, without compromising their quality of life. You deserve that clarity, that sharp mind, for all your golden years. You see, even if you eat well and exercise, taking a proton pump inhibitor could be sabotaging your mental clarity. Many older adults don't connect frequent forgetfulness with a hormonal imbalance induced by a seemingly harmless medication. Every infection creates inflammation in the body, and chronic inflammation creates a hostile environment for brain cells, reducing their efficiency and the speed at which they process information. I've seen how patients who thought their forgetfulness was just aging improve significantly by reviewing their medication and reducing the risk of repeated infections. And less movement. Well, that means less oxygen and nutrients reaching the brain, silently diminishing cognitive function. Ban ko thay and hung tak dung fu tam lang nai dang gak ning kong? Hey, comment, insight, dui day de chung tua beat nay. Number 2. Benzodiazepines. Now, let's move on to our next big concern. When I talk with patients about their struggles with anxiety or sleepless nights, I always start with a serious warning. Not all medications that seem harmless, those little helpers we turn to for peace of mind, are actually as benign as they appear. One of the most insidious groups of drugs, and one that few pay enough attention to, is benzodiazepines. You've probably heard names like lorazepam, diazepam, or alprazolam. These are the medications millions of people, especially as they get older, take to calm their anxiety, get a better night's sleep, or simply manage everyday stress. At first, they seem like the perfect solution, don't they? They offer quick relief from nervousness, soothe those restless nights, and give you a sense of control over overwhelming emotions. It feels like a lifeline when you're struggling. I've also noticed that prolonged use can severely affect your physical activity and overall energy. Fatigue and a sheer lack of motivation to move are common. And as we discussed earlier, less movement means less oxygen and fewer nutrients reaching your brain, silently diminishing your cognitive function. That's why I always recommend combining regular medical reviews with consistent exercise, even if it's just a brisk 20 to 30-minute walk each day, to keep both your brain and body active and engaged. Another critical issue is the impact on emotional adaptability. The alteration of GABA can reduce your resilience to stress and life's inevitable changes, actually increasing anxiety and irritability over time. Many patients mistakenly believe these mood changes are normal with age, when in reality, they are a direct effect of the medication. So, what can we do, my friends, to protect your amazing brain? First, and I cannot stress this enough, never ever stop your medication on your own. That can be dangerous, even life-threatening. What I do with my patients is evaluate alternatives. We adjust doses, and we combine non-pharmacological therapies, things like breathing techniques, meditation, simple relaxation exercises, and establishing healthy sleep routines. In many cases, by gradually reducing the dose of the medication while implementing these habits, we can regain control over anxiety and sleep without sacrificing memory or mental clarity. It's about finding that balance. Another incredibly effective strategy is regularly monitoring your cognitive function. There are simple mental exercises, memory tests, and cognitive stimulation techniques that can help detect early deterioration. The sooner we identify problems, the sooner we can intervene to protect neuroplasticity and maintain your brain's health. My friends, every pill you take may offer immediate relief, but it can also have silent, long-term consequences for your brain. Understanding these risks and making informed decisions with your doctor is absolutely key. My goal as a doctor is for my patients to enjoy restful sleep, relief from anxiety, and true peace of mind without risking their memory, their mental clarity, and their future quality of life. If you implement these strategies and maintain open communication with your doctor, it's absolutely possible to enjoy the short-term benefits of benzodiazepines while minimizing their long-term risks, protecting your brain and your autonomy for many, many years. If you ever found yourself surprised by the quiet impact of this type of medication, please go ahead and comment, "Wow," right now. It helps me know this information is reaching you. Number 3. Anticholinergics. Now, let's talk about another group of medications that concerns me greatly, and sadly, it's rarely recognized as dangerous. Anticholinergics. You might know some of the names. Diphenhydramine, often found in many common allergy or sleep medications. Oxybutynin, widely used for bladder issues. Atropine, and countless others you might not even realize contain these substances. The most concerning part, my friends, is that these medications are practically everywhere. You find them in treatments for seasonal allergies, dizziness, depression, bladder control problems, and even some over-the-counter cold medicines that we pick up without a second thought. Most people just don't know that by taking them, their precious brain is being silently attacked. And that, my friends, is why I feel such an urgency to talk about this today. I've also observed effects on mood and emotional resilience. People who regularly take anticholinergics tend to show increased irritability, anxiety, and, in some cases, mild depression. This happens because acetylcholine also plays a role in regulating communication between brain areas that control emotions. By blocking it, those circuits weaken, and your ability to manage everyday stress simply decreases. Another silent effect, my friends, is mental fatigue and reduced cognitive agility. Your brain just works more slowly. You might need more time to process information, and your ability to react to unexpected situations diminishes. This has direct implications for daily life, from driving safely to interacting with family or making important decisions. That's why when I talk to my patients about protecting their brains, I always emphasize 3 crucial points. First, please, never stop any medication on your own. The withdrawal effects can be dangerous, even life-threatening. Second, review with your doctor if there are safer alternatives. In many cases, you can reduce the dose, switch to a different medication with a better brain safety profile, or implement non-pharmacological treatments that address the issue without compromising your precious memory. Third, support your brain function with healthy habits. Mental exercises, cognitive stimulation, regular physical activity, proper sleep, and stress management techniques all help to minimize the impact of these medications. It's not enough to just stop taking the pill. We need to actively strengthen the brain from all angles. But I want you to ask yourself this very important question. Is it worth solving an immediate problem, like anxiety, insomnia, or bladder issues, if it could be silently destroying your memory and your ability to think clearly? Understanding the risk is the very first step to making informed decisions and truly protecting your brain. As a doctor, my mission is to help you find solutions that not only address the problem today, but also keep your mind healthy and sharp for all the years to come. Ban ko gi rang kak biasasan ng yuhan ve and hung ruearo naikong? Go, truth, veo fan ben luan. Number 4. Calcium channel blockers. Now, let's shift our focus to something many of you might be concerned about: your blood pressure. I always emphasize that not all medications are created equal, especially when it comes to the safety of our precious brains. One of the groups that concerns me most, and is very common among older adults, is calcium channel blockers. You probably recognize names like amlodipine, nifedipine, or verapamil. These are in millions of homes, and yes, they are effective at lowering blood pressure. They've saved countless lives by protecting hearts. But if not used properly, or chosen carefully, they can have devastating, subtle effects on your brain that many people never connect to their daily pill. Another point many overlook is that the brain effects of these medications aren't always immediate. They can develop gradually over months or even years. This makes those subtle changes go unnoticed until cognitive decline is more evident, more pronounced. This, my friends, makes it crucial to regularly monitor your brain function while taking these medications, something that is rarely done in routine clinical practice. We need to be proactive. In addition to the direct impact on memory and mental agility, calcium channel blockers can affect other, less obvious but equally important brain functions. For example, they can interfere with sustained attention. I've seen patients who suddenly find they can't focus on simple tasks like reading a book, following a lively conversation, or even planning their daily errands. This isn't carelessness. It's the medication's effect on those vital calcium channels that regulate neuronal communication and excitability. Another under-recognized effect is mental fatigue. Patients tell me they just feel mentally slow, they need more time to process information, and it takes them longer to make decisions. This can affect their safety in daily activities like driving or managing their medications and appointments. Even small lapses in attention can have serious consequences. There's also an indirect effect on emotional state and resilience. Altered neuronal communication can actually increase irritability, anxiety, and even mild depression. Many older adults assume these emotional changes are just part of aging when, in fact, they may be directly related to their medication. So, what do I always emphasize to my patients? That they should never, ever stop medication on their own. This can be dangerous for blood pressure and significantly increase the risk of cardiovascular events. What we do is review safer alternatives, and when possible, we adjust doses or switch to medications with less impact on the brain. The goal is always to maintain that crucial balance. Protect the heart and blood pressure, while minimizing the risk to your precious memory and cognitive function. Another essential strategy is supporting your brain function with healthy habits. Regular physical exercise, consistent cognitive stimulation, restful sleep, and effective stress management are fundamental. Even simple changes like walking daily, practicing activities that challenge your memory, or doing coordination exercises can help maintain your brain's amazing plasticity, even while you're undergoing treatment. Think about this, my friends. Every pill you take for blood pressure has a clear benefit, and it's important. But it can also bring invisible consequences for your brain. Understanding these risks and working hand in hand with your doctor is the key to protecting your mind while safeguarding your heart. My goal, and I truly believe this, is for my patients to not only live longer but to maintain their mental clarity, their independence, and their quality of life over time. That's the real measure of success. If you're taking blood pressure medication, comment balance to remind yourself of the importance of this delicate equilibrium. Number 5. Statins. Now, my friends, as we near the end of our list of common medications, let's talk about something many of you may be taking. Statins. When I talk to my patients about cardiovascular prevention, about keeping their hearts strong and healthy, I always tell them something few people really hear. The very medication that can save your heart might, just might, be quietly affecting your brain without you realizing it. One of the most common and, in this regard, most concerning types of medication is statins, widely used to lower cholesterol. Names like atorvastatin, simvastatin, and rosuvastatin probably sound very familiar. They are among the most prescribed medications in the entire world. And while they are undeniably effective at controlling cholesterol and significantly reducing the risk of heart attacks and strokes, they also have a dark side, a subtle impact that many doctors don't openly discuss. Statin medications can affect other critical brain functions that many patients are completely unaware of. For example, they can interfere with your ability to learn new things. Forming those fresh neural connections, making new memories, requires enough cholesterol to keep cell membranes flexible and effective. Without it, your brain struggles to consolidate new information, leading to those frustrating problems remembering names, dates, or recent events. Another significant effect is mental fatigue and reduced cognitive energy. Patients often tell me they feel like their brain is running on empty. They process information more slowly, have less concentration throughout the day, and need more time for even simple mental tasks. This isn't just aging. It's a direct effect of reduced cholesterol and CoQ10 in your brain. Statins can also affect your mood and motivation. That lack of cellular energy and reduced neuronal efficiency can make you feel more irritable, more apathetic, or less able to enjoy activities that once brought you pleasure. Some patients even experience mild anxiety or a persistent sense of brain fog that doesn't go away, even with adequate sleep. It's a subtle but pervasive shift in how you experience the world. Now, as always, I want to emphasize that you should never, ever stop medication on your own. Doing so could increase your cardiovascular risk, putting your heart in danger. What we do with my patients is evaluate alternatives and mitigation strategies. This might include switching to statins that are less likely to cross the blood-brain barrier. Or, we might adjust doses based on your actual need for cholesterol control, finding that sweet spot. Crucially, we often supplement with CoQ10 under medical supervision to compensate for that neuronal energy loss, helping to fight off fatigue and maintain mental clarity. And of course, implementing cognitive stimulation and regular physical exercise habits is vital to support brain plasticity and help your brain stay strong. It's also vital to regularly monitor your cognitive function. There are simple mental exercises, memory techniques, and follow-up tests that allow for early detection of problems before they become severe. The sooner we identify any signs of decline, the sooner we can intervene and protect your precious mind. Bandabao geo tu hoi ve moaline hi jua cholesterol va neo bo chua? Comment, brain fuel, nu ban muon tim hu them. Number 6. Caffeine, the special gift. Alright, my friends, remember at the very beginning of our journey today, I mentioned there was a special gift, something you're probably consuming right now, something so common it's almost invisible, that could be silently affecting your brain. And do you know what it is? Caffeine. Yes, that substance is many consider completely harmless. It's part of our daily routine, right? That morning coffee, your afternoon tea, energy drinks, chocolates, and even some sodas. Most of us consume it automatically, without truly thinking about how it impacts our minds in the long term. And that, my friends, is exactly why I want you to pay very close attention to this. Now that you understand the risks of caffeine and how it can silently affect your brain over the years, I want you to see this from a different perspective. Caffeine can also be a powerful tool if you learn to use it intelligently. What I'm about to tell you is what many doctors don't mention. It's not about eliminating caffeine completely, but transforming it into an ally for your brain. First, let me talk about gradual and controlled reduction. Another key point is the time of day you consume caffeine. Caffeine has a prolonged effect that can disrupt your natural circadian rhythms. Exposure to caffeine too late in the day directly interferes with melatonin production, that crucial hormone that regulates your sleep. Quality sleep is absolutely essential for your brain to consolidate memories, repair cells, and eliminate toxins accumulated during the day. That's why I strongly recommend limiting your intake to the early hours of the day. And if you still want to keep that afternoon ritual, opt for decaffeinated alternatives or drinks with lower caffeine concentrations. Now, I want to tell you about the importance of combining caffeine with habits that enhance its positive effects and reduce risks. One of the most common mistakes is thinking that coffee or energy drinks alone can keep your brain alert indefinitely. To truly protect your mind, you must integrate routines that strengthen brain plasticity and reduce vulnerability to damage. First, regular physical exercise. It's not just about moving your body, my friends. It's about improving cerebral blood flow, stimulating the production of neurotrophic factors, brain growth hormones, and promoting new neural connections. Activities like walking, swimming, yoga, or functional training not only strengthen your body but also help caffeine be used more efficiently by your brain, optimizing energy and attention without causing chronic stress. Another factor I often explain to my patients is the importance of hydration and electrolyte balance. Caffeine is a mild diuretic, meaning it can increase water and essential mineral loss if consumed excessively. This can lead to fatigue, irritability, and reduced cognitive performance. Drinking enough water, incorporating hydrating fruits and vegetables, and maintaining adequate mineral intake are crucial for your brain to function properly. If you think that caffeine might be secretly affecting you, go ahead and comment, "Wake up," to let us know you're ready to make a change. Number 7. General neuroprotection strategies. First, regular aerobic exercise. And I'm not talking about running marathons here, unless you want to. Simple activities like brisk walking, swimming, dancing, or even gardening can make a world of difference. Why? Because regular physical activity stimulates something called BDNF, or brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Think of BDNF as miracle grow for your brain cells. It encourages the growth of new neurons and strengthens existing neural connections. This means your brain literally becomes stronger, more robust, and better equipped to handle the challenges of aging. Second, embrace a diet rich in antioxidants and anti-inflammatories. What does that look like? Think vibrant berries, blueberries, raspberries, fatty fish like salmon, loaded with omega-3s, nuts, turmeric, and plenty of leafy greens like spinach and kale. These foods are packed with compounds that help repair cellular damage, reduce inflammation in your brain, and improve overall memory function. It's about fueling your brain with the best possible ingredients. Third, prioritize quality sleep. This isn't just a suggestion, it's non-negotiable for brain health. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of deep, restful sleep each night. Remember how we talked about your brain's cleaning crew? Sleep is when they do their most important work, consolidating memories from the day, clearing out toxins that accumulate, and repairing cells. Deprive your brain of this crucial time, and you're hindering its ability to stay sharp and healthy. Fourth, continuous cognitive stimulation. Your brain is like a muscle. Use it or lose it. Learning new skills, maybe a new language, how to play a musical instrument, or even just mastering a new craft. Reading challenging books, solving puzzles like crosswords or Sudoku, and maintaining an active social life all build what we call cognitive reserve. This reserve is like a backup system for your brain, giving you more resilience against age-related decline. You've got this, my friends. Are you ready to embrace these habits and truly protect your amazing brain? Comment, protect, to share your commitment. So now, I have one important question for you. What is the one commitment you are making to yourself after watching this video? It could be as simple as, I will talk to my doctor about my PPI. Or, I will try to limit my coffee to before noon. Maybe it's, I will make sure to take a brisk walk every day. Please, share your personal commitment in the comments below. Let's inspire each other to take that first step, no matter how small. And if you found real value and inspiration in our time together, show your support by giving this video a like. To ensure you continue on this journey with us and never miss another video full of life-changing wisdom, hit that subscribe button. It's more than just subscribing. It's joining a community dedicated to living our best lives together. Finally, think of one person who needs to hear this message today, someone you care deeply about, and please share it with them. You might just change their life for the better. Thank you for watching. Stay healthy, stay curious, and keep that amazing brain of yours thriving.